If you asked a room full of studio executives to name the most valuable actor in the history of cinema, the one person whose presence guarantees $1 billion, they would likely give you one of these names. They would be wrong. The highest-grossing actor of all time is Zoe Saldana, and as of early 2026, it isn't even close anymore. With the release of Avatar: Fire and Ash, her lifetime global box office has pushed past $16 billion. To put that number in perspective, that is higher than the GDP of Jamaica, the Bahamas, and Fiji combined. But here is the strange part. You don't see Zoe Saldana on the cover of Forbes as the highest-paid human on Earth. You don't see her demanding $50 million up front, like RDJ. In fact, many casual moviegoers don't even know her name. They know her as the green one or the blue one. And that is exactly why she is worth billions. Welcome to Filmonomics. Today, we're breaking down the Saldana Index. We aren't just looking at her movies, we're looking at her business model. We will explain how she cracked the code of the franchise era, why Hollywood pays her to disappear behind CGI, and why she is the only human being in history to join the Four Timers Club. This is the story of how to conquer Hollywood without anyone seeing your face. Let's address the elephant in the room. For years, the record belonged to Samuel L. Jackson or Stan Lee, but there's a difference between a career and a cameo. Samuel L. Jackson is in everything. He has over 150 credits. If he walks past a camera in a Marvel movie for 30 seconds, it counts toward his total. Zoe Saldana's math is different. She isn't winning on volume. She is winning on yield per asset. In the history of motion pictures, only 6 movies have ever grossed over $2 billion worldwide. Zoe Saldana starred in 4 of them: Avatar, Avengers: Infinity War, Avengers: Endgame, and Avatar: The Way of Water. This is statistically impossible. It's like winning the Powerball lottery 4 times in a row. Most actors spend their entire lives praying for one hit franchise. Zoe Saldana is the structural pillar of 3 different universes simultaneously: Marvel, Avatar, and Star Trek. Wall Street analysts love repeatable success. If you put Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in a movie, the box office floor is maybe $400 million, but the ceiling is capped. Black Adam proved that his star power has limits. Zoe Saldana has no ceiling. When she signs a contract, she isn't signing up to be the star. She's signing up to be the franchise anchor. And this brings us to the most important concept in modern film finance: the stabilizer. To understand Zoe's value, you have to understand the ego problem. Traditional movie stars like Tom Cruise or Will Smith are brands. When you watch a Tom Cruise movie, you're watching Tom Cruise. He's bigger than the character. This is dangerous for a studio. If Tom Cruise gets too expensive or too old or has a scandal, the franchise dies. Mission Impossible cannot exist without him. Zoe Saldana offers something different: zero ego equity. She specializes in playing characters that require heavy prosthetics, body paint, or motion capture. Gamora is green, Neytiri is blue and 9 feet tall. This creates a psychological separation. The audience falls in love with the character, not just the actress. This makes her the perfect partner for visionary directors like James Cameron and James Gunn. James Cameron doesn't want a movie star who demands the camera. He wants a soldier. He wants someone who will spend 18 months in a water tank wearing a Velcro suit acting against a tennis ball. Most A-list actors have too much ego for that. They want their face on the poster. Zoe Saldaña understood early on that in the 21st century, IP is the king and the actor is the servant. By submitting to the makeup chair, she made herself essential to the intellectual property without overshadowing it. She became the canvas that billion-dollar directors paint on. There is another reason her movies make billions, and it has nothing to do with acting. It has to do with geography. We often forget that the American box office is now the minority. 70% of the money for a blockbuster comes from overseas, and comedies, dramas, and historical biopics do not travel well. Jokes get lost in translation. Historical context is ignored. Do you know what translates perfectly in every language? Aliens. Zoe Saldaña has positioned herself exclusively in the sci-fi action vertical. Sci-fi is the most global proof genre in existence. A blue alien fighting a robot looks the same in Beijing as it does in Berlin. Because she plays non-human characters, she transcends race, nationality, and language barriers. Neytiri isn't American, she is Na'vi. This allows her movies to crush the Chinese box office in a way that American comedies never could. Look at the data. Avatar made over $200 million in China alone. By aligning herself with borderless cinema, Zoe Saldaña ensured that her paycheck isn't tied to the U.S. economy. She is a transnational asset. While other actors fight for roles in Oscar dramas that make $50 million, Zoe is busy anchoring universes that print money in 140 currencies. For a long time, the criticism was simple. She's just lucky. She just picks good scripts. Critics argued she was replaceable, that you could paint anyone green and get the same result. But in 2024 and 2025, Zoe Saldaña executed the pivot. She didn't just stay in the blockbuster lane, she went to Netflix, she went to streaming TV with Lioness, and she starred in Emilia Perez. When she won the Oscar for Best Supporting Actress, the conversation changed. It proved that the blockbuster queen could actually act. This was a crucial business move. Why? Because blockbusters take a physical toll. You cannot do wire work and motion capture forever. By securing prestige awards now, she is hedging her future. She is transitioning from franchise anchor to prestige actress right before our eyes. She used the billions to build the fame, and now she is using the fame to build the legacy. So what can the industry learn from Zoe Saldaña? She proves that the era of the movie star is dead. The era of the franchise partner is here. In the 1990s, you paid Julia Roberts $20 million to smile. In the 2020s, you pay Zoe Saldaña to help you build a universe. With Avatar 4 and 5 already filming, her record is virtually unbreakable. She could realistically hit $20 billion by 2030. She is the most profitable employee in the history of Hollywood. She doesn't demand the spotlight. She doesn't cause scandals. She just shows up, sits in the makeup chair for 5 hours, and delivers $1 billion. But I want to know what you think. Does Zoe Saldaña deserve to be mentioned in the same breath as Tom Cruise and Harrison Ford? Or is she just the luckiest actor in history who happened to pick the right lottery tickets? Let me know in the comments below.